I'm Thomas Aucoin here on the Tom and Till's Toronto Talent. That's right. I said it backwards again for the 18th time, and I'll continue to say it because that's what I do. But first, I want to introduce someone pretty special. He's a great guy. His name is Thomas Aucoin. No, I'm kidding. His name is Jeff. Welcome, Jeff.
Hi.
Hey. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
I know it's really, really hard to get here on such a windy day.
Yeah. It took me like 6 minutes instead of the normal 5 minutes.
Man,
that's crazy.
You should know what I did, just get a ride from your parents because I'm an adult.
I did too, actually. Yeah.
I was getting a ride from my mom. And I was just cycling through the music that's in the car, like on the thumb drive. Mm-hmm. And American Idiot came on. I was like, cool, whatever. We got through American Idiot, and like halfway through Jesus of Suburbia, the second, which was a 9-minute song, was playing. This is like, we get to the college, say bye, whatever, I close the door, and she just cranks the volume up and tears away. It was awesome.
She knows the Green Day life.
I guess. Yeah, I didn't know that, but yeah, I guess, yeah.
It's amazing. Just for a little bit of context, we're going to be playing a song later, and because we have such a cool guy on, I want to ask, is there any sort of song that you would like to hear?
Oh, man, pressure's on.
Yes. Any sort of song.
You talking like genre?
Talking genre?
Yeah. You can put whatever genre.
I like punk rock a lot.
Yeah, let's play some punk rock. What song do you want?
Anything, eh?
Anything, eh? I'm going to look that up. It's a Canadian band, born in Windsor.
I don't know, something by Bad Religion.
Bad Religion? All right, let's do it. Okay. I'm going to look it up. For later, that's what we're going to be listening to.
We could start doing that as a thing.
That's what I thought. I just came up with it. You know, I figured it would be a really cool thing to do.
Yeah, as long as it doesn't have any swears.
Yeah, we're going to try to stay away from the swears. So I'll find a clean version.
It should be fine.
Yeah. YouTube's pretty good about that. A lot of people are listening to all the types of genres. So, I mean, there's always clean versions of everything.
Yeah, you would hope.
Yeah. Well, I think that's it. Have a good day.
Okay, see ya.
I just wanted to know what song you like. That was the whole point of the show.
Let's go to Wendy's.
Yeah. Not sponsored, but, you know, if you want to sponsor.
Oh, I wish.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Even if it was just like a Frosty every weekend, that would be so good.
That'd be so good. Frost. You know what I could go for right now? A big gulp of Wendy's. Let's go. Do. That's our commercial.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good commercial. It's very nice impromptu script writing.
Yeah. No, exactly. If I have one skill, it's to be subtle.
Oh.
Which is in the word subtle.
Yes.
Did you ever think that was really interesting, actually? That the word subtle has a subtle thing in it?
I never thought about that, but
yeah, right?
Subtle.
Yeah, I love that. Even as a child, like when I first saw the word and knew what it was called, I was like, it explains itself, really. Yeah. What's the definition of subtle? Subtle.
Yeah.
Sorry, this is super, super off topic. We're going to get into Jeff and who you are. But
English is weird, man. Whatever.
It's so strange, and it's been bugging me. It's been bugging me.
Really?
But I'm gonna reel myself back in because this time around I'm the one that's going off on a tangent.
Okay.
But
someone has to.
It's true. We got a cool guy here, Jeff. Who are you? Then. Oh, I mean, I'm not going to call you, the bad guy.
Keep calling me cool, putting a lot of pressure on me.
So cool, Jeff. How are you doing today?
I'm freezing. Freezing cool.
Oh.
I get it, and I like it.
I'm sorry.
I just did a mental double take on that.
Nice. You, played the recording back in your head.
Oh, man.
So what's your story? How'd you get where you are? You're in the acting program, for context, here at Seneca.
Yes.
Best school in all of Seneca.
Mm. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, is Seneca.
Absolutely.
But, yeah, now, how'd you get here?
Well, when I graduated high school, I went to Brock for a little while for film studies.
Ooh.
Realized that's not really what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to do something in that field, but it wasn't film studies because I didn't want to get 2 degrees just to get a job,
Yeah, no, exactly. It's a tough place, right? Right, Vasily?
I mean, it can be at times, depending on who you work with.
Yeah,
true. You're good, but sometimes the other people I work with not so. It's on the TA side of my friends are all golden and they're great, but man,
That's why he's on the radio now.
I mean, you were in like production though, right?
I was in TV, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And but that was, I graduated 4 years ago almost now.
Mm-hmm. So you went to Brock and you're thinking, this isn't really for me.
It was fascinating and I loved it, but I didn't want to drop all that money on it and then not
Right.
do anything with it.
It's true.
Spent like the next 3 years trying to figure out what I wanted to do. And I watched a documentary called I Know That Voice about voice actors.
So great.
It was great. And then I found the program here. I was just curious if there are any voice acting programs, and I auditioned for it and I got in, and now I don't want to be a voice actor. I want to be like a theater actor. I love acting in all its facets now.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Have you sort of like said that now that you don't want to do any voice acting?
Oh no, I'll do anything.
Yeah.
I'll do pretty much anything.
Just give me the work.
Yeah. And maybe pay me a little.
Well, hopefully.
You would hope, yeah.
Yeah.
Just get a business card that says, hire me, please.
I've seen someone with something similar to that, and I was like, this is impressive. You're spending so much money on it.
That's a courageous move.
Yeah. I remember when my good friend from London first got his business cards, and he was so happy that he got the double ply business cards, which is just like pretty much 2 business cards glued together.
Yeah.
And he was like, look at this. It's so thick, you can't bend it if you wanted to. I was like, is this a thing this is what your like Sunday is now?
That's kind of the start to American Psycho.
That whole scene's been playing in my mind this whole time.
Oh my god. I haven't seen that movie in so long.
Have you read the book?
Yes.
No.
Oh, it's so insane.
Yeah?
Because like it's just not normal. It's just like stale business thing until like halfway through the book, when just as an aside is like, when I killed that teenager last night in the alleyway, and it's just like it just comes out of nowhere and is dropped for like another couple chapters, and then he starts going like it just comes out of nowhere.
Yeah, like when he was
so
watching U2 and like he started hallucinating and Bono was like the Antichrist talking to him and stuff. Like what?
That's crazy.
It's worth a read.
Yeah, I haven't read that. How much do you guys read leisurely? Because like we're out of high school now. For me, I'll be the one to say it first. I haven't read like a thing for leisure for a very long time. Probably a couple years.
Me neither.
Yeah,
I lack the discipline to read for leisure.
Right? Yeah. The last time I really committed to reading a book was when I was reading the Canadian Criminal Code while I was in Police Foundations, because that was my last program. But I read it to fall asleep. Because it will put you to sleep.
The ultimate in leisure.
Yeah. How about you, Attilio?
Well, I've been big on reading for a long time, because English was like my jam in elementary school, and I enjoy it. Like I like just not necessarily learning stuff, but like getting to like find out what this world is about in this particular. Like I read the Dark Tower series a lot. I've read it through 7 times now. I'm currently just like, when I'm in the bathroom reading, basically.
That's Stephen King, right?
Yes. It's where this tattoo is from also.
I was going to say, you've inked yourself because of it.
2 years ago in 2 weeks. A year ago in 2 weeks, sorry. But yeah, I read that, and I read Tuesdays with Maury a lot, like maybe 2 or 3 times a year, because it's a short book, and there's like I can learn from it. And I gave it to a friend of mine for her birthday recently, so it's no longer my favorite. I can just go buy it for like $10 anyway.
I never thought I would be a toilet reader, but I think I want to be a toilet reader.
It's like,
just
knock down the chapter and you're good to go.
Right? Like
I have bathroom readers, like
Yeah.
Uncle John's bathroom readers for that specific. Exactly what I need while I'm in there.
Like I spend a lot of time. I'm not going to say what I'm doing, but like I don't rush myself. Let's just say that. I'm not like this is the last thing I want to be sort of thing.
I forgot about the only fact I remember from the Uncle John's books is that the longest word to have each vowel in opposite order is subcontinental.
What?
So the vowel's backwards.
Oh,
U-O-I-E-A, subcontinental.
Okay.
Like, there's a fact for you. I read that when I was in elementary school, and it's just there in my head taking up space.
And race car backwards is race car.
Oh, man.
Why isn't palindrome a palindrome? They couldn't find a word is a palindrome in and of itself.
Not every word describes itself. We can't have subtle with everything.
No, they should, though. Like, the dictionary would be obsolete.
Do you think the word dictionary is in the dictionary?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And then when it like you go read it, it just points to itself, points to
really?
chest.
Dictionary noun. Really?
It's a picture with a guy saying "Come here often," pointing at himself.
I would love to say I came up with that joke, but I heard it somewhere. I don't remember where.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, man.
But yeah. Okay. We've done. Let's do the checklist. We've done the intro. We've done the dilly dallying. Now let's get into the video games.
Okay.
Okay.
I think that's the three things that every
Also
show
the
should
Trump
be
count, but
talking.
that's for the news segment.
No, yeah, that's like weather, pretty much.
Yeah.
It's the forecast.
Yeah.
But what have you guys been playing recently?
WWE 2K17. Also,
Wow.
Also Grand Theft Auto 5, and MLB The Show 16, and Final Fantasy 15.
That's actually like a widespread.
It is.
Yeah, a little of everything.
I'm a binger. Like I'll binge Netflix, I'll binge shows, and like I'll binge video games. If I'm playing a video game, I'm playing that one, maybe two, at most. But like I can't see James, my brother. Not to be like too so out of the show, but like my brother, he'll play about 13 games at a time. He'll like, I'll spend a half an hour on this, I'll spend 20 minutes on this. I'm like, how do you do you still care about them individually? I don't know. I don't get it. That's so weird to me. But maybe it's just me. I don't know.
The ability to compartmentalize your gaming experience. I also tried playing Soma recently, just because Eric, who we had on, he finished his playthrough of it.
Yeah,
It's on YouTube.
congratulations.
Now. So like I would podcast that while I was playing whatever, and I was like, I will play Soma, and I did like an hour until the first not even jump scares, just the lights shut off, and you hear door bangers like no, and I deleted it.
Have you heard of Soma?
No.
It's a underwater horror game.
Okay.
Which is like probably the worst thing for me
Yeah.
because I actually have a fear of open waters.
Well, plus, who likes playing underwater levels?
No. That's actually very true.
I passed. We'll get back to the topic real quick. On Friday, I was going downtown. I was downtown. And I was on the streetcar 504 King West, and I saw Soma Chocolatiers. And I thought that's a bad sign.
That's
Legit. I'm not making that up. That happened.
You walk in and they just jump scare you.
Chocolate. Okay, back on. I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah. How about yourself, Jeff? Have you been playing anything recently?
Gotten into Chrono Trigger.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a
actually-
great game.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Like original, or is there a new?
Well, they re-released it for the PS3, but it's the same game.
Right on.
Mm-hmm.
It's great though. Super Mario World. Been playing that too.
So you're like an old school gamer. You play a lot of like older RPGs.
I like the old games, but I've also Grand Theft Auto 5 when I'm bored.
Borderlands, as we talked
Borderlands, love
Yeah.
Borderlands.
Yeah.
Shadows of Mordor.
Really?
I love
Yeah.
that game too. They're
That's
coming out
crazy.
with a new one. I'm stoked.
Wow. That I bought that game and I couldn't play it, so I had to return it.
Assassin's Creed.
Couldn't
I couldn't run it on my PC.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's like Assassin's Creed meets
Lord
Dark,
of the Rings, yeah.
like
the
Batman.
Arkham, yeah.
Arkham, yeah, that's basically what it is.
I also wasn't a huge. I'm never a huge style of the Arkham fighting style. It's not my favorite, and I did think Shadows of Mordor was better at it because you didn't have to play just press Y until you counter everything.
Yeah.
Right, where that's pretty much Arkham. I don't know. It was just you just press Y and then you'll counter and it'll do a little bit of damage, but you won't take any.
Yeah, well, you do the same thing in Shadows of Mordor.
But
you gotta time
you don't
it.
need to. You can be stealthy.
No.
That's what I like.
The gameplay is great. The combat style is great, but the story's lacking a lot.
Yeah.
I beat the game very, very quickly,
Yeah.
and now I've just got all these tiny side missions to do, and I don't bother with them.
Wasn't that game if you kill if you don't kill certain things they'll get bigger and they can be become generals in the army
Yeah.
and stuff like that. That's cool.
Yeah.
They get promoted.
That's really cool. That was because I have a issue with the Far Cry game style of gameplay, which is go to this camp and kill everybody, and then you take it over, and then go here, and then it's the same thing over and over again. But
Yeah.
if those games had those consequences, where if you don't, they could actually build an army. How cool would that be?
Yeah.
It would just be if you seriously don't take control of everything, or at least subtly, or I'm not going to say that word too much. We've already said it way too.
It's fine.
Now we're conscious of it.
Just slip it into sentences out of nowhere.
Just subtly slip it in.
Yeah. But if you don't like take control of the areas, they'll take control of areas. I think that would be awesome. I don't know why more games haven't done that. Out of everything in that game, I think that was the coolest mechanic.
That's my favorite mechanic too.
The only thing I could think of as far as losing areas again is like Saints Row the Third. I was gonna say 3, but that's because like there's gangs that are like you take over this like chunk of the map, and if you go off to do side quests or whatever, eventually the enemy groups will try to take it over again.
See, that's cool.
And if you don't stop it, you lose that chunk.
It's like San Andreas. They did the same thing.
Oh, I never played that one actually.
And that's awesome.
I played 5, and now I play it as a boring adult where I just drive to the mountains and then park the car back and then go to bed. So it saves and I don't lose my vehicle. What I did pick up recently and I was really excited about was Mirror's Edge Catalyst.
Oh, yeah.
Which is great. It was $27. I was like, yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it didn't get, like, have you played it yet? Okay.
I've destroyed it.
Okay. It didn't get amazing reviews when it first released, but I thought I think it might have been a victim to like too much hype because it has a huge cult following, right? Like Mirror's Edge, the first one. If you liked that game, you loved it.
Yes.
Like that was video gaming for you.
Hello.
And then like a lot of those people hyped up the second one. I think the people necessarily that are in your camp, they probably did like it still. But I think the people that got hyped, like their friends and stuff like that, and they bought it, and they're like, "This is just like parkour and stuff."
Yeah. Well,
right?
My metric for games has always been, or since I became an adult who bought them for myself at least, has always been, if I spend this amount of money on it, am I going to feel like it was worth it? Mm-hmm. There are games where that's absolutely the case, like The Last of Us or Final Fantasy, and there's games where it's absolutely not, like Until Dawn.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But it was $27, like I said, and I bought the original for $10 at like not even EB Games. I think it was like Rogers Video or something like that. And I loved it, and it took up a summer for me. And then I was super excited about Catalyst when it came out, and waited a few months just because I forgot about it.
Right.
But like I beat it. It's a very short story. It took a weekend of like with a bunch of side questing anyway, and it was only like a few hour sessions worth of playing to finish it. But like you just throw it in, run around for a bit, and kill some time. It's a very pretty game.
Yeah, it's a pretty non-serious, casual. I mean, not casual in the gameplay style, but casual as in like. You could just run and have fun.
Yeah.
You don't need to actually kill people.
It's open world parkour, and that's all I could ever have asked from the series, really.
Yeah. That's all I could ever ask from, like, any Siri. Siri, can you do parkour?
No. No. Sad face. Yeah, you had a reaction to The Last of Us, and that makes me excited.
I just got that game a couple of months ago. I still haven't beat it yet because I do the same thing. I play games a little bit at a time.
Right.
So I'm like almost done Chrono Trigger. I'm almost done The Last of Us. But I haven't finished it yet. But oh man, that's like I haven't even finished it yet, and I can easily say it's one of the best games I've ever played.
How far have you gotten that you remember at least?
Let's see. We got to that university or whatever with Ellie, and nobody was there.
I hated the university.
That's where
University
I just finished
Colorado.
all of that. Actually, no.
Okay.
Wait, no. We got captured by some people in the snow or whatever.
So you're in winter.
Just finished that. Yeah, so I'm in winter.
Snow sharks.
Yeah.
This isn't really spoiling anything for you. There's a part in like the spring chunk of the game where you can sneak through a bunch of the enemies where there's like you're at an underpass, under a bridge, whatever. And like I played it on Grounded because I have Grounded. I beat it. I loved it. But like Grounded, if you don't know, do you know Grounded is on that game?
It's the hardest difficulty.
Okay. Yeah, they take away. I think the number was like 90% of the pickups and any heads-up display and your ability to hear where things are. So you got trial and error to figure out where things are, or play with your headphones. But like, there's this chunk where there's a couple of bloaters and then there's a couple of clickers and like one runner. So if you just like walk really slowly through the water, and it took a few minutes, but it was like, this is so cool. You can just sneak through. As far as I'm concerned,
nightmares about clickers, man.
They're scary.
Yeah.
Like I played that game. I didn't beat it, and I know the ending. I got spoiled it like so long ago before I even played it. So I know I'm not going to talk about it.
Isn't it crazy when Godzilla shows up?
And then Shin Godzilla with
he's just one leg.
Yeah,
Sorry.
No. He's just a shin.
Oh. Not even like the bone that supports it.
Yeah. And the guy from Breaking Bad is there because he's in it. No, he's in the other.
Oh,
new
Bryan
Godzilla.
Cranston.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what character?
You gotta be more specific. There are a lot of guys in Breaking Bad.
That joke was way
true.
too subtle. I didn't know who you were talking about.
I mean, was it last week we were just talking about how Jesse was on The Price is Right?
Yeah.
That was great. It's a great thing.
Aaron Paul, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, we talk about that show a lot, even though I've never finished it.
It's
Oh, watch it, man. What's
Yeah.
wrong with you?
Start from season 3 because that's where it actually
I've
gets
seen up
interesting.
to season 3, and then I stopped.
Like, so you watched 2 full seasons and then stopped?
Yeah.
That's exactly what I did.
Okay.
And then a year later started on season 3 and loved it.
I'll probably like pick it up again, but there's so many shows I need to catch up on.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones, I've only seen 3 seasons. This show, Walking Dead, I've only seen 1. I mean, I don't even think I'm going to pick up Walking Dead.
Episode of Walking Dead. Too.
Yeah.
I'm like,
It's not really for me. It's like drama simulator with zombies. You
Yeah.
know, it's not really about the zombie, especially nowadays. Like in the show currently, I know I have a lot of friends who do watch it, and they're like, "Oh my God, did you see what Tamriel did?" Or I don't know names, so I'm just going to use Game of Thrones names. did you see what Jon Snow did? And it's like all this gossip and stuff like that, like about the characters. I'm like, isn't there zombies in this show?
Jon Snow, there's a zombie horde approaching.
Oh. So I don't know. That should never picked up for me. But getting back on topic, the games that I've been playing recently has been 2 specifically. One called For Honor. Great game. Oh my god! If you like story, don't play it.
No.
If you like good servers for multiplayer, don't play it because it's Ubisoft.
oh no.
But if you really, really like a Dark Souls style of gameplay, like fighting, and you like PvP, it is the game for you. Oh my god, it's so much fun. You pretty much play knights and samurai and Vikings, and they're all fighting. And that is it. And that's all you need to know, and you can be a cool Viking.
It's basically like if the Deadliest Warrior games actually worked
Yeah.
properly. Like they had controls that actually made sense.
That's the exact comparison I made when I saw the videos for it when you were watching them.
Yeah.
Like, oh, like Deadliest Warrior. I was like, yeah. Which was a great show.
It is, yeah. Actually, that's
Didn't transfer very well into the video game world.
No.
No. And then they started doing like armies in that show as well.
Oh.
Like they were like, who would win, the Canadian army or the Russian army?
I didn't even know that. Last episode I saw, it was like vampires versus zombies.
Yeah, they should have really stuck to like mythical creatures or like historical people.
Well, neither of those two have a circulation of blood, so neither of them will be able to take the other one out. It just wouldn't happen.
Against who?
Vampires and zombies. Neither of them have circulation of blood to get the virus around. They would just kind of like sit there if
True.
any of them got bit. Like, what are you going to accomplish with that? I'm sorry.
Deadliest Warrior.
It's pirates and ninjas all over again.
The Trojan army or one plague-filled rat.
It was Pirates and Knights, I think.
That was a huge one. Yeah, that was like the
No, it was ninjas and pirates.
No, it was ninjas and samurai.
They might have done like doubles. Like I think they might have done.
At the end of that season. They
Oh, no,
did,
I'm
like,
not talking about the
stacked
show.
up. Oh.
No, just like on the internet, there's a huge thing for a long time.
Yeah,
Ninjas
pirates
and pirates.
versus ninjas. Yeah.
That was the thing. I mean, I'm sure they would have touched on that as well because they did anything.
It's a May.
Yeah, it was great. Like if that show continued, I think Pawn Stars wouldn't have been such a meme, and that would instead would have been. It would have
You
been
never
great.
know what's going to walk into that pirate ship.
SAA operative or a Viking. You never know. But we're going to come right back in a little bit. I'm going to play some songs for you.
Oh.
What are we going to play?
Bad Religion?
Bad Religion. All right.
Anything in particular?
Ooh, I don't know. There's so many good options. Which one's the clean?
Sorrow, American Jesus, You, Infected. We got so many other ones.
Sora's safe. I know Sora's
Okay,
safe.
let's play some Sorrow.
All right.
Not
And
my
I
favorite, but it's a good tune.
Do you know this song very much at all?
Yeah.
Like, do you know what it's about?
It's about the economy.
Oh, it's about the economy.
Every song is always about the economy.
It's I don't know.
You know what it's about?
What are any Bad Religion songs about, really? The lyrics are always really deep. They're either politically motivated or like familially motivated.
Right. Well,
so it's like I don't know.
You know what? We're going to listen to it, and then
It's
after
about,
we're going to
like,
come
making
back.
the world a better place.
Cool.
kind of thing.
All right. Well, let's listen to it, and then we'll talk about it after, and maybe we can find the meaning in it. Because I'm sure there is one. That was Bad Religion with Sorrow here on Same Radio, the voice of Seneca College. Pretty interesting music video. We're gonna get into like the lyrics and the meaning behind it in a second, but like I highly suggest watching that video. That was a cool video. There's lots of like old school mics and they're screaming into them.
Oh.
Very, very, very old school.
I haven't seen the music video for that actually.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, I own the record, but
I mean, I think if you guys like that song, go check it out. It really
sounded like it would be in one of the Tony Hawk games.
Bad Religion holds the record for being in the most Tony Hawk games of any band.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they are like covered in their songs.
Yeah.
I can't think of them one specifically, but like Underground I think has one.
I know
Pro Skater.
The first one had you.
Yeah.
It's a staple of it.
Yeah.
It actually is, I think, except for maybe the fifth one. Because that's not a Tony Hawk game.
We don't talk about that one.
Yeah.
Or was that the one on Wii with like the board?
No, that's the one.
Actually, Bad Religion was on the soundtrack to 5.
Oh no, 5 came out like a year ago.
The glitchy one. Yeah,
the one that didn't work.
You said the fifth game, and I thought like Underground 2. No, that's not it.
I think it's fifth, like in their main
Underground
TH5.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Because like Underground is a side thing. I think Underground were great.
Oh,
Underground and
I
Underground
really
2.
liked the first one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The second one was kind of weird.
Underground 1 was the
Underground
best.
1 was great.
You did a Let's Play of it on Game Central on YouTube. Like 4 years ago now.
Do you know what that was?
A plug?
Subtle. Word of the day. Okay, time to get into the lyrics of this.
Okay.
So this is a little bit of a staple of pop punk, I think. It's very, very upbeat, and it's very, very lyric driven. Mm-hmm. Did you think that when we were listening to it, do you think that you found the meaning behind it?
I maintain that like most music, it's about the economy.
Okay.
That's just what I believe.
Well, let's go into the lyrics a bit.
Let's do that.
Let me take you to the hunting ground, not about the economy.
It's definitely about Wall Street.
Where all good men are trampled down.
Yeah, people stomp on each other at Wall Street.
It
at the NYSE. It happens.
It could be the economy.
Yeah.
Just to settle a bet that could not be won. It is about the economy, ladies and gentlemen, until he was right again.
Or the housing market. I don't know what you settled.
All right, we're not going to read anymore because we already figured out it was about the economy.
Dude, I'm a poet.
But guys, I really like this section. I think we're going to do this more often.
Let's keep it, along with the Trump index.
Yeah, which is... drum roll, please. Trump index today is 11.
Oh.
So it's not that high. Well, we had a bet until he said 13.
It wasn't really a bet. I just kind of guessed.
Yeah.
It's Sunday. It's a slow news day.
Yeah. It's true. No post on Sundays. You never know what'll happen.
I mean, like, considering they're talking about other things, that's what I like the Trump index for, is because it doesn't tell you exactly how much Trump is being talked about, but it tells you how much he's not being talked about, which is great because it's the reality of everything, and I think we all just sort of there's other things to worry about right now, is what I'll say. There's big things.
Yeah, like the Switch.
Yeah, and trailers.
Trailers.
Yeah, some pretty cool ones.
Sorry, I got really excited there and just like choked on wind. I forgot to mention I'm watching Logan after this today.
I was going to say
I've heard phenomenal things.
Yeah, apparently it's a very adult superhero movie.
Really gritty.
That's awesome.
Some people have said it's their favorite superhero movie ever. That's some high praise.
The X-Men series is the only one that I've liked because I was really young when I watched it, so I got into it. And watching the trailer, I was super excited to see what a Last of Us movie would look like. So I just want to watch it. It's going to be a good time.
There is going to be a Last of Us movie.
Really?
Yes.
Really.
They don't need to. The game was already basically
pretty
a
much
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're in production for it.
Nice.
It's not complete or anything, so it's not 100%. Things go wrong with video game movies all the time.
Yeah, something bad will happen.
Right.
There's no such thing as a video game movie that works.
No.
Name one.
Tron.
Silent Hill.
What?
Silent Hill. The first one? I liked it.
I haven't seen
Was that movie based on the game or the game based on the movie?
It was a game based on movie based on the game. Sorry.
Oh, really?
With Ed Stark himself, Sean Bean.
Okay. And also they're too scary, so I don't actually think they're good.
Yeah. Because like Logan's super exciting. Now that I know this Last of Us has hype, July is when the Dark Tower movie finally is supposed to come out, which it was originally supposed to be out like a week ago. And I'm waiting, man.
Is there actually any sort of news updates? Because we talk about it fairly frequently.
I talk about it.
No.
I'm so excited.
I think I'm excited too. It's something to look forward to. Best acting crew I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, well, it's got Idris Elba, it has Matthew McConaughey, it has some other people in it.
Matthew McConaughey.
I'm gonna steal that.
Take it.
I don't know why I thought of it. I don't.
It's because he's an attractive gentleman.
Nah, I mean, not compared to some others.
JGL?
Yeah.
JGL. We like JGL here.
I have a man crush on him. I mean, like, straight up.
I get it.
Yeah.
That's fair.
He's a good looking dude.
He is.
Yeah.
I have that for Clive Owen, I get it.
Oh. There was like a year, more than 1 year, where everybody was like, my man crush is Neil Patrick Harris.
Oh.
And then that stopped as soon as the show that he was on, How I Met Your Mother. As soon as that stopped, everybody's like, yeah, he's just a dude.
Yeah, well.
Because like that movie, or that show, sorry, that made everybody love him. They were like, I'm totally a Barney, like, it was just like everybody wanted to be him. He was kind of a dick.
He was also Dr. Horrible, which was cool. Have you seen
that?
Have you seen it?
No.
Dr. Horrible sing along. It's on YouTube. It's
I've heard of it. I haven't watched it yet, though.
It's something that really puts you in perspective of exactly who he is. Because it's pretty much just him, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he had a huge role in making it, not just acting in it.
I think so.
Right? So that it really tells you his personality.
He's a talented dude.
Nuts. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Also, in Dr. Horrible, the guy who plays Howard on The Big Bang Theory is in it as a minor character, which is neat.
Who?
A guy, Howard on The Big Bang Theory. He's a short Jewish guy with the very.
We're all from The Big Bang.
Are we?
I don't know.
Well, I mean, if we're going to get real technical, I think we're all a result of The Big Bang.
Yeah.
Right?
It's not even a good show.
I mean, there are, the next generation, there might be some people who exist solely because of The Big Bang Theory.
Maybe.
Netflix and chill. I mean, yeah.
Exactly. It's a huge thing nowadays.
That's unfortunate.
Where did you come from? Oh, The Big Bang. No, The Big Bang Theory.
Like the
we
show.
named our son Sheldon.
We're so clever.
His middle name, guess what it is?
Bazinga.
I think we just made him throw up.
Only in my mouth. I have Monster for that.
All right. Let's get. This is getting too out of hand. Like I have a smile. Let's get.
This has gone too crazy. I'm smiling. I can't deal with this.
Well, it's like starting to hurt.
We got way too political 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
It's just not okay.
No, it's not. It's not.
What is life?
I want to talk about something we've talked about before, but it's something I think can change week by week, day by day.
Yes.
Which is our favorite video game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to ask both of you, and then I'm going to talk about my own because I don't want to be first.
Has it changed?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll let you go first.
Well, I've gone into this in detail before, but basically until 2 summers ago when I played The Last of Us, up until that point, it was Link to the Past. Because it's the first game I can remember playing. I played it my entire life. I still play it on the Game Boy Advance sometimes. It's just an open world that's pretty and the music is great. And then I played The Last of Us and it just blew my mind. I think The Last of Us is a masterwork in game design.
I really
all
should
across
finish
the
that
board.
game.
Yeah, you should.
And what was underrated about that game? The multiplayer.
Yeah, it was so
actually
good.
Really fun. You had to craft your weapons in game, in the match, and you had to be very stealthy because as soon as you were marked on the radar, you were dead. That was the game. The game was a stealth game done right. Because the game is very stealthy, right?
If you choose to play that way, if you go to the harder difficulties where you have to.
Yeah. I started off on the hardest available. I don't know what that was.
It's probably really hard.
Yeah.
Because Grounded came with the PS4 release, I think of it, along with a documentary or whatever.
Okay. So
I don't think it was on the PS3 version at all. I'm not sure.
I might have played it on PS3. I can't remember. It's been a long time. Anyways, that's a really good game. Yeah. Let's hear yours.
I never played A Link to the Past.
Really?
I never played it through.
Oh,
I played Link's Awakening, which is around the same time. I beat that game a couple of times. Yeah,
that's the
that was like the original Game Boy, like the brick. I had that Game
That's
Boy.
a really good game.
My favorite game of all time is Ocarina of Time, Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time.
Pretty good.
That's my childhood. I've beaten that game more times than I can count.
It's so strange. Specifically that game, I don't think you feel like every other game that like quote unquote is open world feels like there's nothing in it, and it's not very open world. You can go wherever you want. But like even now, I play it and I still feel when I'm in the valley, I feel like that goes on forever.
Yeah.
Right? There's so much stuff to do. Every way you look, there's something. There's the mountain versus the ranch on the other side. Like you can go back to Kakariko Village if I mispronounce that.
I could never say that word.
Kakariko?
Yeah, Kakariko.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Kokiri? No,
Yeah.
Kakariko is linked to the past. So
I think that might.
It's the same.
That might
It's
be
the same village.
the same village. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they name it the same. Like Danger Mountain is always Danger Mountain, which
Death Mountain.
Death Mountain.
Yeah.
Have you seen Death Mountain in the new one?
no, but I really want to.
I've just been trying really hard not to see any footage of that game because I do eventually want to play it. Spoiler free.
Before we get into the Switch and the new Zelda,
Yeah.
we're not going to talk about spoilers.
Okay.
My favorite game, updated right now, is a game that I've watched so much of, and I haven't actually played that much of it because it's been very, very hard to get it. No.
Oh.
It's an indie game made by the same people that made Don't Starve. If you don't know what Don't Starve is, it's just a survival game where you play like almost cardboard cutouts. Very, very like mannequin-like or mariachi sort of. It's very strange.
I get what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the voices are just violin scratches. It's so cool.
Exactly. It's very, very arty.
Yeah.
And creepy.
Avant-garde. Yeah.
Exactly. But this is, instead is a survival game where you control a colony, but you can't control them. You can only suggest things. So you have these people and you're trying to get them to survive because they live in a place with no oxygen or very little. They only have what is in the room directly. So you need a way to make oxygen. You need to suggest tasks to them that will do this. You know, you can't just be like, you are going to be cleaning the toilet today. No. You just say like, hey, the toilet needs cleaning, guys. Can someone do it?
Room needs to begin.
Yeah, exactly. It's oh my god, it's so cool. And you need to worry about food and water and stress and disease. It's so cool, and I just love it almost because I think that as a lot of these like colony games, you have too much control. This is more like an ant farm where things can go wrong. And you could just lose, and you could have like 50 hours of game just gone.
So it's like a real-time strategy game then.
Yeah, no, exactly, and it's very it's like permanent death. There's no save states.
Sweet.
You lose your characters, they're dead. You know, and there is death. You have to deal with the bodies when they do die. You know, are you going to make them into compost? Are you going to just incinerate them? That sort of like.
Rocket them into the sun.
But the thing is, you're underground as well.
Oh.
You're actually trying to reach the surface. So
nice.
the game is set up so you're actually you're controlling duplicants. They're called because in the world they've created teleportation. With teleportation, you send a duplicate of yourself, right?
Ooh.
So they send these duplicants to areas that they want to explore, but they just like if they survive, we'll go there, sort of thing, right? Mm-hmm. And they're sending. You're one of those groups. You're trying to make this planet inhabitable. You spawn underground, and you're trying to make your way up while dealing with life. It's really cool. I highly suggest to check it out.
The idea of going to new places to try and inhabit it makes me really think of Mass Effect Andromeda, which I'm also very excited about because all of my high school career, let's call it that for lack of a worse word, is Mass Effect. I destroyed all of it.
Your stumble?
Huh?
Your high school stumble?
I did okay in high school.
Okay. That's what I thought of high school.
College is where the wheels really came off the wagon, but high school was okay.
So, Mass Effect. Have you ever played Mass Effect or the series?
I played a bit of the first one, and to be honest, I couldn't get into it.
No, the first one's very stale.
I tried.
Yeah.
There's no reason why I should. Same with Skyrim.
Mm-hmm.
Everything about those games, I should love it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't.
It just doesn't. Whatever. That makes sense.
I want to. I want so badly to like Skyrim. I would love to have a game that I can sink hundreds of hours into. That's
Final
good.
Fantasy 15.
The one thing that I've always had a problem with, and this is a trend, I might have talked about it before, but I've talked about it on a separate podcast, is that I think the term open world is used so it's not even what it should be. An open world is... What it should be is that, like, everything is moving. You're in a world and you just have to figure out things. That's not what Skyrim is. And it's a good game. I'm not hating on Skyrim because it's bad. But the term open world doesn't really fit it. It's a world you can explore, but nothing is really happening until you go there.
Yeah.
Right? The cogs aren't turning just because you're in the world. The cogs are turning because you went and got the quest.
Well, there's some stuff that does.
Like... Not much, though.
No, but like...
Carts move.
No, there's some really cool stuff, like early... I assume you've played some of Skyrim. Like early, one of the first missions you get is to go to, I can't remember, Jarl, whatever his name is, to be like, the dragon attacked, we need guards.
Right.
And he sends them, and you can follow them back to the village. Like, they go there. And for the rest of the game, they're there. And there's stuff like that happens.
But that triggers when you go get that quest.
Yeah.
When I played the game, I didn't go to the town. I went somewhere totally different. I played 30 hours of not there, then I went there and the dragon attacked. The dragon didn't attack because it happens at that time. It attacked because I went there.
Well, that's the first one, but later on in the game, it just happens.
Yeah.
Like, you can just be walking and you'll see it way off, and then you go there and it's fighting, like, a giant or something, which is cool, because, like, I have seen, like, large-scale fights happen.
Yeah, and I also just have, like, a problem with, like, I mean, this has been really talked about a lot recently, but, like, why open world still feels so empty, right? That's one thing that hasn't really been solved too much. Like, you look at Fallout, like Fallout 4 even. It was a great game. Yeah. I played it. I beat it.
I platinumed it.
But you walk in a direction, you're not finding something. You will eventually go into something, but I mean, like, obviously, you know, you're not gonna stumble into, like, this is a colony and I can help them. You might, like, I don't know, hit a patch of forest where a behemoth is.
Yeah.
You know? I don't know.
Hopefully, like, Breath of the Wild is much better for that.
Yeah, which is what I wanted to, like, move into.
The subtle transition.
Segue.
Yeah. The Switch.
Subtle. Oh.
The Switch.
Yes.
Subtle switch.
Ooh.
Just happened, but nobody has it.
No. It's sold out. Hopefully I can get one, like, in the next week.
Are you guys planning to get one?
Yes.
Maybe one day.
Are you wanting to get one?
Oh, I would love to have
one.
Nintendo, if you want to hook me up, I'm cool with that.
See.
There we go. I mean, if we did that, like, there's so many other... The contracts to be a, like, Nintendo person is crazy. You need to, like, never badmouth their game. You need to, like, every game needs to be amazing. It's really hard to, like, play any other type of game. It's very strange. But, I mean, like, I'd still do it.
See, I want... I want a Switch, and I really want Breath of the Wild, because the last new Zelda game that I bought when it came out was Oracle of Seasons, which was, like, 13, 14 years ago, at least at this point. Like, it was on the Game Boy Color, and it was a new game on the Game Boy Color. The Advance came out in, like, 2001 or something. Jesus. Like, just based on where I was living at the time, it can't have been late or more recent than 2001.
Did you get both those games? Because they, like, work together, right?
Yeah, because you could beat them and get the code, and then you can get, like, extra story and bosses and stuff.
Very strange. Me and my brother owned each half, but I don't think we ever did that. I mean, he might have, because he's actually good at video games.
You remember those Scholastic book orders you used to get in school?
Yeah.
I remember I bought Oracle of Ages from one of those catalogs.
Wow.
Nice.
Like, what is this doing in here?
That's awesome.
This isn't a book.
It teaches you about the seasons. Or the passing of time in that one, actually.
It wasn't my favorite, though. I'd just as soon play Link's Awakening than play that.
Well, that's why I liked it, because it was just Link's Awakening with color to me, really. Like, and, well, they added, you know, the seasons thing. They're like...
But, I mean, there's Link's Awakening DX, which is in color.
Which is, what I have.
Yeah.
I still have the cartridge just on my desk because I don't want to actually play it.
I have, like, the original cartridge from, like, 94 or whatever.
I don't have any of my old cartridges because my mom donated them. Like,
oh, no.
Tough. Yeah. That was a sad... Like, I didn't even know she did it, and then she told me, and I was... she didn't tell me. I asked where they were, and then she's like, oh, I got rid of those. And I found out one of the Game Boy cartridges I had, it's for a game that I can't even pronounce. The gimmick was that you had to play outside and, like...
and it charged the cartridge.
It charged the cartridge, and you'd get, like, special powers if you did it.
I forgot about that.
It was an RPG. It was a really, really good RPG. It's worth like $700, and now it's gone.
Man, I remember reading about that in Nintendo Power when I was still subscribed to
when
that.
that was still a thing.
Yeah, and like, man, I would see like the ad for the Ocarina for like, it's only $30. Adults have that money. Mom, can you buy me this? Like, no, that's dumb. Why would you want? She didn't say it like that. But I don't know. And you know what? Like, the only thing I ever ordered from that was like this see-through like light blue wristwatch that was too small for me at like 10 years old or whatever I was. So I just threw it out.
I ordered glasses with mirrors in them because I wanted to be a spy. Because Spy Kids was a huge thing when I was growing up. So that was like really cool. I did find the game that I was talking about. It's called Boktai. Boktai. The sun is in your hands, and it was actually a really, really awesome game. It was super hard. I don't think I ever beat it because it was like you actually needed to charge your card. If not, you were underpowered, and I was a NEET. I was a child that did not want to go outside.
It's a really cool concept, though. Like,
yeah.
I don't know how you would engineer that into a tiny little cartridge. But then again, like the one chip that the NES games were, where they had huge worlds, like Zelda, the first one on that little cartridge. There's like so much of a world. How did they get it into that little thing?
I mean, like Ocarina of Time is only 32 megabytes, and I was like, oh my god, this is the biggest game ever.
So many polygons.
I could now I could play it on my phone if I want.
Yeah. Or your calculator from high school.
Yeah, definitely could actually.
You can do Pokemon on it.
Yeah, you can play Doom. I mean, have you seen this trend where people are just putting Doom on anything that shouldn't be able to play Doom? Like cameras. Someone got it playing on the new Max Touch Bar.
Oh. What?
Yeah.
Like just on the bar or controlling it?
No, just on the bar.
Whoa.
Because people are crazy.
How though?
They put it on like cameras and anything you can that has like a tiniest little processor in it. They'll put it on.
Man, I've done nothing with my life. How do people figure this stuff out?
To be fair, I don't think they've done much either.
Still playing Doom. So.
Shade.
Yeah. Can you believe what time it is?
Let me check. Wow, it's 1256.
It's already been an hour. Sadly, that means we're going to have to end the show. I really hope you had a fun time, Jeff. I think we're going to want to bring you back on. This has been great talking to you.
Yeah.
Yes. I hope you had fun. I hope you guys had fun listening. Yeah. Because, that's why we do it.
Have a subtle day, everyone.
But if there's one thing I can say is I'm going to have to run now.